And we're staying on top of that breaking news in Meridian. Just about 15 minutes ago, we heard from the Meridian Police Chief about a shooting involving officers that happened near City Hall.
No officers were hurt. The suspect was taken to the hospital. No word on that person's condition at this time. Our Tristan Lewis has been on scene live. Now he's at the police department in Meridian where they held that news conference. Tristan's here now to wrap up what we know up to this point. Tristan.
Doug and Shira, they just finished up that press conference about 15 minutes ago. Both the Meridian Chief as well as the Boise Deputy Police Chief spoke, notifying just what was going on over off of Meridian and Broadway, right across from City Hall. They say both agencies were involved in this officer-involved shooting. Right now, it's being investigated by the Ada County Critical Incident Task Force, which is being led by the Garden City Police. So Boise Police say that they got notified around 1:23 p.m. of a shooting involving Idaho Department of Corrections on the 9800 block of West Shields. They then were told that the suspect was fled in a stolen vehicle, and then they were notified about a carjacking in the city of Eagle. Not exactly sure where that carjacking happened in the city of Eagle either. And then Meridian Police Department said that officers then did a pursuit on Eagle Road, which then went through Meridian and onto Meridian Road, where our officers were able to do a pit maneuver right off of Broadway, right across the street from City Hall. And there was an exchange of gunfire. Officers say that 3 Boise police officers were involved and 2 Meridian police officers were involved. Here's a little bit more from that press conference.
At about 1:23 this afternoon, the Boise Police Department was notified of a shooting involving the Idaho Department of Corrections in the 9800 block of West Shields Avenue in the city of Boise. As officers were responding to the scene, they learned that the suspect had fled in a stolen vehicle, and as they were conducting an area check for that vehicle, they learned of a carjacking that occurred in the city of Eagle. And that's the information I'm going to provide. I'm going to turn it back over to Chief Best Richia, who will provide additional information from that point.
As officers were notified of this carjacking, they began flooding the area to try to locate the vehicle that had been carjacked and the suspect. They located that vehicle on Eagle Road, and a pursuit ensued involving the Boise Police Department and the Meridian Police Department. Ultimately, that pursuit came southbound on Meridian Road through the city of Meridian, at which time the suspect then turned westbound on Broadway Avenue, and a Boise police officer was able to successfully perform a pit maneuver at West Broadway and West 1st in Meridian, halting the suspect's vehicle. There was then an exchange of gunfire between the suspect and 3 officers from the Boise Police Department, along with 2 officers from the Meridian Police Department. The suspect was ultimately hit, and officers began performing life-saving measures. The suspect was then taken to a local hospital where he is undergoing medical treatment as we speak. We do not know his condition at this time. There were no officers injured in this event, and there were no citizens injured in this event.
And both police agencies say that all of this news and information is preliminary. They're still doing that best investigation, again, which is being led by the Ada County Critical Incident Task Force, which is being led by the Garden City Police Department. And when we were out there about an hour or so ago, we did speak to some people who were eating at a local restaurant, who were at their job just across the street from City Hall, who kind of saw it all happen. They said they saw a lot of police cars come by on Meridian Road, and then they saw a huge police force, or police presence, I should say, off of Broadway, and then they heard a bunch of gunshots. Still trying to figure out some information, still trying to figure out what exactly this suspect's relationship is with the Idaho Department of Corrections and exactly what happened when they exchanged gunfire. Hoping to get some more information as we continue to work on this story. Doug and Shira.
All right, Tristan, thank you very much for putting that all together for us in one piece. And just in the last few minutes, we've also gotten some more information from the Idaho Department of Correction, and Shira
Right, they just tweeted just a few minutes ago that 2 of their parole and probation and parole officers were actually also involved in that shooting. So they're deferring to the other police agencies for more updates, but we will be sure to update you right here on KTVB and KTVB.com as soon as we learn anything new.
And we do want to reiterate also that we don't have a news at 6 p.m. today because of special NBC coverage of the January 6th committee hearings. So go to KTVB.com for more information on the shooting as it comes in, and then the news at 10.